Hello. Boiler's gonna go on. Hang on. Oh, how you doing? Amy Tyler is watching with me. Hello, Amy Tyler, watching with me. Part of the UK crew. uh, all right, replay people. Hi, welcome to the replay. My name is Bobby, and I am the host of this group, The Spiritual Artist. I'm sorry that the burner is on. I'm doing it at a weird time, and everyone's getting home, and my son needed to shower, and so I can't turn off the oil burner when he's showering. He doesn't like that. So, so anyway, what do you call it? So if you're in the replay, do me a favor and let me know you're in the replay. You can write hashtag replay people. Hashtag replay people. That's a good one. I don't know why it doesn't click anymore. My favorite thing is the click sound while I'm talking, and I got the volume up. I gotta put the settings. By the way, I got a new computer, and it's a new Mac, and Mac has the migration assistant where you can copy everything from your Time Machine backup, so that your new Mac is just like your old Mac, except that I did it 3 times and nothing copied over. So I've been copying things manually, but every time I open an application, I have to log in again, and all my presets are wrong, and so it's like I want to do something that usually takes me 5 minutes, and it would take me a half an hour because now this application requires this thing, and it's like Anyway, so that's been my week, and but it's a gift, and I'm going to get to that and why it is, because I got a new computer. So all right, let's begin. There's comments. I'll read all the comments and say hello to all you guys when I'm done doing my thing. Let's begin. Hopefully we don't crash. If we crash, I'm just going to start a new one and then probably not do it this way. But we didn't crash at all yesterday, so hopefully we're good. All right, now let's begin. Accept the present. I hope Bruce LaFleur sees this. I forgot to tag him on the live. I tagged him on the earlier thing. I don't usually tag people on that, but I tagged him because this was his suggestion. A couple weeks ago, I put a post in the group that said, hey, give me some topics for Daily Fuel. And Bruce said, acceptance. So, oh, good, the boiler's off. It's so loud in here. I don't know how much the microphone picks it up, but it's very loud in my head. Bruce said acceptance, and so I asked him, expand on that, please. And he said, to accept the situation, I'm going to read it because I wrote it down. Accept the situation that you're in, mindfulness and being present. I worry a lot about the future, and anxiety beats me up. Past choices and future choices that may not happen. So these are the things that he was thinking about, and I said, that's a great topic. I will do that one. And here we are. So yeah, acceptance is a hard one, because I think that as spiritual people, we tend to think be in the present moment and accept things. And when we sit down to meditate and get ultra woo-woo, we understand that, and we go, yes, I need to do that, and I'm going to do it right now. And then we do that for half an hour, and then the other 23 and a half hours of the day, we just forget, So we have this, most of our time is spent not being that way, and a small amount of our time is spent being that way. Now, that's not the end of the world, because it doesn't require us to be that way full time and to understand this concept. It requires us to sort of tip the scales a little bit. So here's some things that I've been thinking about how to do that, because it's exactly what I have been working on since I started this group. I'm going to take a breath. I don't see Ray, but I just thought of it when I looked down. So number one is to accept. So he said, I need to learn how to accept the present, be okay with the situation that I'm in. And I think that a stepping stone to that is to understand the things that we can control versus the things that we can't, and start to practice getting okay with accepting the fact that I cannot control other people. I cannot control how a thing is going to happen, usually. I cannot control when a thing is going to happen, but I can control how I feel about it. Now, the things that I'm saying are probably not new concepts to you, but I think what's important, because my wife and I were talking this morning, and she said something, and I was like, oh my God, you didn't even need that book, because that's exactly what I talked about on my live yesterday. I mean, like, literally, the concepts that she's talking about from this book she read is what we talked about yesterday in the book, on the live. And she said, yeah, but it's great because we need this. We need everybody talking about it and saying it in their own way and reminding us and saying it again. And then, right? So I feel like even though the words that I'm saying might be like, oh yeah, I can't control other people. I can't control how or when. I can control my feelings and reactions to things. But you hear it over and over and over again, and on one day it hits you differently, and or I say a word or a phrase that you never heard before, or that you never realized it that way before. And so that's why it's important to kind of go over these things a lot when and yourself, and here on this live, and in other groups or other teachers. But the fact that we react to things, I think, is where we lose our ability to accept the present moment, because a lot of times we're running on programs that are from childhood or from just habits, and something happens and boop, the program just activates in your mind, and you are on autopilot. You're just reacting to it rather, in a way that you're programmed to react. And I realized that there's a part of me that has been practicing here down in my studio, practicing for months now, to not do that on certain topics. But then there are other topics in my life where I haven't been practicing it enough. And lo and behold, boop, the program activates as soon as somebody in my house says or does something. And I go, blah, 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 right? And it's like, whoa, what the heck? I'm practicing not doing that anymore. It's very hard when you're trying to control the outcome of something, and that's the opposite of accepting the present moment, and that's the opposite of being present. So I would just say, try to figure out like what is going on in my life that I'm trying to control that I can't. And usually the answer is going to be one of these three things is going to be: I'm trying to control other people, I'm trying to control how something happens, and I'm trying to control when something will happen. Those three things we have no ability to do other than to get into that present moment and sort of imagine what it's going to feel like when it happens, and then the universe is going to be like, here, it's going to happen this way, and this is way better than you could have thought of, and it's happening right now. And so that's how we do it. And when you practice that, it leads to the number two, which is we have to stop fretting about things. We have to stop constantly worrying about every little thing. I don't know about you, but it's tiring. It's very tiring to worry about things. And if you talk to other human beings, which you probably do, especially people not like us in this group, and you ask them, how's your day? Or, a very simple question like, oh, how's that thing going? Oh my God. Right? That's people's general default state, is just worry. Oh, you got a new computer. Well, how much did it cost? Oh my God, you had to. It's like, whoa, I'm celebrating the fact that I got a new computer. I'm not worried about that thing. I understand that that's a thing, but I'm not worried about it. And it's been I'm not going to say difficult. It's been work. I have had to wake up every single day and go to bed every single night. Well, the opposite way. I go to bed first and then I wake up, right? So it's like when I go to sleep at night, I think about, I know the things that I have to do. I know the things that are kind of weighing on me, but I have a choice. I can go to sleep worried about them, or I can try to flip the script a little bit and figure out, how is this a gift? How is this a gift? And if you've been watching Daily Fuel recently, you know about the car. My car died, and then we ended up getting a new car because the day that the car died, it was at I was able to get it towed to the mechanic, and when I went to sleep that night, I had no idea what was wrong with the car. For all I know, he could have called me up and said, it's totaled, dude. Sorry. I had no clue what was wrong with it, but I decided to go to sleep that night and say, somehow, this is a gift from the universe. I don't know how, but it is. And I went to sleep, and when I woke up the next morning, everything was fine. And when my computer died the other day, just this past week on Tuesday, the thing just died. Won't turn on, no power, nothing. Just dead. annoying. And I could have freaked out. I could have reacted like, oh my God, I can't handle this. What's going on? I only have one computer. But I knew, like, okay, I'm not out of business. This isn't the end of the world. I'm going to get a new computer. And then I said, ooh, I'm going to get a new computer. I don't know when and I don't know how because I can't control those things. But I do know I'm going to get one because I'm not going to be out of business. I'm not going to just go live in a cave now because my computer's dead. I'm going to get a new computer somehow. And I went to sleep thinking that. And I woke up in the morning and I thought of an idea. Oh, I wonder if I can get it like that. And I got it. And that was it. And they delivered it to my house. 3 hours later, I was like, what the heck? That was just unbelievable. Like, I could not have controlled and imagined how that could have been, especially in that state the night before when I was nervous about it. So I practiced not being worried. I'm not going to fret about it. I'm going to accept the fact that this computer is dead. It's dead. There's nothing I can do about that. Absolutely nothing. But I do know I'm getting a new one. It's going to happen. It might happen tomorrow. It might happen in a week. I don't know. But I'll be fine, and I'll get it, and then I'll be back on track. And sure enough, less than 24 hours later, I had it set up and running. And the lives worked the next day, so that was great. Which leads to the last one, number 3. This is taking a long time, sorry, but number 3 is do the doing. Because if you can learn to accept that I can't control other people, I can't control how or when, and I can practice not worrying so much. Saying that one it's easier said than done. It has taken me months of becoming self-aware to recognize when I'm worrying and then actively tell myself, stop doing that, change. That's the Dr. Joe exercises. When you notice yourself doing that thing, you say change, and you think about the way you want to feel. I should do another whole live on that topic. But the last one then is do the doing. It's like, now I can do something. I don't know what the next step is going to be. I don't know if this thing I'm going to do now is even going to work. It's all unknown. And this is the last one, is you got to accept the fact that the next step after the next step is unknown. We don't know if this is even going to work because we think like, oh, I'm going to do this thing and I'm going to try it and it's got to work. It's got to get me there. And sometimes you hit a brick wall with something and you think, this sucks, but it's a gift. The gift is now you know that this path wasn't the right path and the right path will light up in a way that it couldn't before, except we don't see it because we're so frustrated by the fact that this path that we're on wasn't the path to gold. The unknown is where it's all at, and we need to accept that. That is the gift. That is the present, right? The present meaning gift, and also the present meaning the present moment. The present is the gift, and we need to accept it. That we don't know, because when you're in the present moment, and that's all you have is the present moment, you don't know what the future is, and you don't care. You just know it's going to be freaking amazing, and you're going to get a new computer. So let's go to the comments. I see some people that I know, and I see a lot of people. Hey guys, what's going on? I see a Facebook. Oh no, that's Crimson without a picture, but then I saw her picture later. Okay, wow, look at this. No Facebook users today. Excellent. Rupert says hello, and Robin says I wasn't first. Sorry. And Amy is here. Hello, how many UK crew in the live? So here's a funny story. Amy's the other day said, hey, if you do it at a different time, send me a message and let me know so that I know. And because, whatever. And so I just did. I sent her a message. Hey, do me a favor. Tell the UK crew that I'm going live an hour earlier than usual. And so she messaged people and made a post with the British flag on it. I was like, wow, that was a lot more than I expected. I was just telling you I was going live. I didn't mean you actually had to do the whole Paul Revere thing. Well, you don't do that in the UK. We did that here to warn us about you guys, but you know what I mean. Trevor, I made it. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? And Ray says the thing don't notify me right. Oh, sorry to hear that. You and me, Amy. Where's the pop shield? Where's the pop shield? Oh, this thing. I don't use a pop shield on this because I'm not I'm not that close to it. I was screaming into it. Sorry, it gets very loud when I talk like this. See, I would like it if I could just kind of talk like this, but I don't when I do these lives. I talk really, really loud, and so that's why I put it this far. But I need to keep the gain up high. Anyway, it doesn't matter. David's here. What's up? Whoop, whoop. Hey, David, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. And Marcia, hello, Bobby, a day of gathering. Pokemon's today and around town. Oh, are you playing the Pokemon Go? Peter's here live. What's up, buddy? How are you doing? Nice to see you. And hey, Robin, you guys are still saying hi. Wow, a lot of highs. I hate computer stuff, but I'd have to learn to remember that it's a gift. Yeah, everything is a gift. How about this? This is the rule. Everything that happens is a gift. Even if we don't like how the gift has been gift wrapped or presented to us, or that we got it now instead of tomorrow or whatever, everything is a gift. We just don't know how it's a gift yet, but it is. And if we can accept that, then that answers everything we talked about here today, or that I talked about. And that's it. Everything is a gift. And then suddenly you start just seeing it as a gift all the time. My car died. Oh, it's a gift. How? I don't know, but I ended up getting a new car. My computer died. How is that a gift? I don't know, but I got a new computer. So, I don't know, and so I went to bed the past couple nights saying to myself, I'm getting a new house. I'm getting a new house because I've wanted to move somewhere where I could have a bigger studio and a bigger house for the family, right? And so I'm getting a new house. I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know with who, I don't know how, anything, if it's going to work. I just know that I am. So that's that. If you just know that you are, then that's good enough. You just have to have faith in the unknown. Hi, Peter. Hello. We're still saying hello. I'm in. Yay. Rah, that's Crimson. Crimson's here, but it didn't have your picture yet. But I saw your picture later on. It's not as loud on this one. Really? On this end as on yours. It's not. Oh, it's not as loud on your end as on my end. It's loud in my house, let me tell you, because I am bellowing. Trevor. Hello, everyone. Fought my meds and had Amy's comments to get here. Oh, that's right. It's late by you. Thanks for showing up live. I appreciate that. Robin. Acceptance. Oh boy, such a good one. Something for me to remember when I get my new laptop and or computer in the near future, because I suspect I'll have a new learning curve involved. Yeah, there's always a new learning curve. So keep calm and keep on keeping on. So remember acceptance. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and the new computer, it has the new operating system, which is slightly different. And like all day today, I wanted to do my post for the upcoming live, except that I was getting error messages in the Photoshop document that the font wasn't there, and because I use a specific font for everything. I spent like 45 minutes on Adobe Fonts trying to get the fonts to load on my machine. It said that they're activated, but they're not showing up on my machine. I don't know why. So I tried deactivating them and reactivating them and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, 45 minutes later, I realized I didn't do my posts. So I just used any old font, which probably nobody noticed but me. And Ray says, the breath is in the present. Yeah. Thanks for the reminder. And Crimson, there's your face. We're like Dory from Finding Nemo. Yeah, we just keep scoring and scoring. Yes, absolutely. That's pretty funny. So easy in sarcastic voice. Oh, that's easy. Yeah, absolutely, right? And Karina is here. Hello, how are you? The Serenity Prayer. God, grant me the gift. No. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Yeah, the wisdom to know the difference. That's the key, right? You can say, like, oh, I understand I can't change certain things, and yet not have the wisdom to know that you're trying to change a thing that you can't. The wisdom part's the key, I think. Well, they're all the key, because any one of those things not in play is not going to work, but you need all three. One of my favorites, yes. That's a good one. Robin, I'm running on programs from the dinosaur age. Do you mean on your computer or the programs in your head? Peter, so true about programming and autopilot habit stuff. Oh, okay, the programs in our head, because that's what your comments are up to. Yeah, when I used to do my old sales training, they used to refer to them as tapes that you play in your head, because it was the end. It was the content was written in the 70s when everybody used cassettes and stuff like that. So, but I try not to say tapes anymore, because if you're younger than me, you're like, what the hell is he talking about, tapes? But it's programs, really. It's just hard. It's just software that wired in your brain that just activates. It's like if you drive a car, right? When you're learning how to drive a car, everything is like, oh my god, right? But once you know how to drive the car and you're doing the thing all the time, or brushing your teeth, or you're washing dishes or stuff, you can do it without even thinking about it. Have you ever been driving somewhere and you go like 5 miles and you realize you're like, oh, I think I passed my exit? It's like, you're looking out the window, obviously, and you're not hitting anybody, but it's like you're doing it on autopilot. The program kicks in so that your mind can think of other things, like the cool song on the radio. Roberta's here. Hi, Roberta. How are you? The thing about the programs we run is that they're mostly not conscious. Right, exactly. So it's hidden. We don't know we're doing it. Absolutely. That's it. Very good. Thanks for that. Robin, trying to control other people, how something happens or when something happens. Impossible to know, so stop worrying about it. Yeah, right. Let me not try to change things I can't, and I'll work on the things that I can, but give me the wisdom to know the difference and to stop worrying about them so much. It's like, even if I can't make that person do the thing I want to do, I can't control how, but man, I certainly can control me, and I can control the fact that I want to sit here and be upset that I don't know how. It's like, you can do that. You have the free will to do it, but you're not going to be happy with the results. I'm a constant worrier. Well, stop. Just, I'm gonna have to do the Dr. Joe. Hang on, let me write this down. Give me a second. One second. I'm gonna do a live on the Dr. Joe breaking the habit process. It's a really good one, because I'm constantly referring to it, but I feel like I'm referring to it in bits and pieces, and I don't know if you know it. So we'll do that one. Who did I skip? Trevor is on the live. Nice. The past is behind you. The future is yet to unfold, but the present is in the present. You have to live in the present to get the universal gifts. Oh, I like that. You have to live in the present to get the universal gifts. That's really nice. I like that. Well said. That's poetic. It's like you're an artist or something. Richard says to try to find fascination in your frustration. That's cool. I like that. So you're frustrated about something, and it's like, what can I fascination? That's an interesting word for that. Do you mean that, like, what can I learn from it, or like how is it entertaining? Or any and all, depending on what you want. Try to find fascination in your frustration. That's cool. I'm gonna have to think on that one. I like that. That might be a topic. I might forget. I forget a lot of things. And then Marsha, say hi, Marsha. Did I say hi to you? I don't know. Hi, Marsha. These past 2 years, the universe changed my whole life, as I have known for years. I've put complete control into the hands of Spirit and the universe to lead me when I'm destined to be. No more worrying. My life has changed for the better in the right direction since. That's awesome. So you're doing what we're talking about here, and you're seeing positive results in that. That's beautiful. That's absolutely great. Thanks for sharing that. Crimson. Yes, we get stuck looking at the negatives and forget about the positives, but get surprised when everything turns out fine. Everything turns out fine, doesn't it? Eventually. And I think that the eventually part is going to be as long or as short as it takes for us to give up trying to control it. As soon as we stop trying to control things, they work out fine. And I think for a lot of people, we learn to give up that control when we've got nothing else to lose. It's like we've hit rock bottom, and now there's nothing else to fight for, to cling for, to try to control. It's like, well, nothing I tried worked. And as soon as you realize nothing you tried worked, things start to work. But the trick is that we don't have to wait until everything is a disaster. Everything doesn't have to be a disaster. My car did not have to die for me to get to the point where I let in a new car. My computer didn't have to die. I knew my computer was weird. It's been weird the whole time I've had it, and I knew that I really, really, really wanted a different one. And but I would instead of allowing for the universe to get me one, I would worry about, I hope this works. I hope this doesn't break. I hope this, especially the car. I got to tell you, I don't think I've ever shared this, but the whole winter, I was a nut with this car because I knew that the car was starting weird. I knew it. I could sense it. You know a car, and it just was starting weird. So the whole winter, on any night that was below 32 degrees, I would put it in the garage with a heater on, so that I knew in the morning I would trust that it would start up. Because if it was too cold, I was afraid it wouldn't start. I was a nut. I was absolutely a nut, and I admit that. And then finally, when the weather started getting warmer, and I stopped worrying about that so much, the car freaking died. And it was just a starter. It was just a starter, and they replaced it and they got it fixed. And actually, they found a different problem that they fixed, but that's not pertinent right this second. But man, it's like I'm trying to control things, and eventually the freaking car had to die. And once it was dead, I stopped worrying about whether it was going to start anymore. Well, I guess it's not. Huh? Okay. And that pressure went away. It was like, okay, well, I guess I don't have to worry about that anymore. Huh. I wonder what I'll think about now. And lo and behold, they fixed it and I got a new car. And the same with the computer. I was just worried that something was going to happen to it until all of a sudden it just didn't work anymore. And I was like, I guess I don't have to worry about this piece of crap anymore. All right. I guess I'll get a new one. And that was that. And I did. Can't click this. Peter, I freaked out a few times in the last few days. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope you can't control certain things, dude. And I know you can do it because I see what you do. You do well, and just keep doing what you do. Kelly, hey, how you doing? Today, I got a lot of acceptance when I looked at some things a little more deeply in my astrology chart. It helped me to identify tendencies and patterns that are unconscious. That's cool. That's really cool. I will admit I don't know a lot about astrology. However, that doesn't mean I don't believe that it's helpful. I kind of tend to believe the way Abraham explains it, because Abraham is like, it means everything you think it means, or it means absolutely nothing. It depends on what you want it to mean. If you find something meaningful in anything, and I'm not just talking about astrology, I'm talking about religion, I'm talking about relationships, I'm talking about anything at all. If a thing works for you, then it works, and that's it. I think the answers are everywhere, and we can find them where we want to find them, and we can dismiss the things that don't fit us. So I think that's awesome. Trevor, it happens, Peter, but the universe will see you right. Yeah, buddy, it will. Crimson, there's this song that I love. Don't worry, be happy. Yeah, right. That's a good song, and that's. Really, the lyrics to that song are the key to life. Don't worry, be happy. Because if you can stop worrying and you can practice being happy, then everything will work out. The reason things don't work out is because we're worried. And as soon as we stop worrying, they work out. But like I said, we usually worry right up until the moment when there's really no point worrying anymore, because everything has just fallen apart. But things don't have to fall apart. Amy. Oh, geez. Okay. Changing my brain's muscle memory on how I respond to things has been what you said, not worrying about it or get instantly emotional. But it comes down to breathe, and that's what I do. I breathe and ground myself. Is that a comma? You use punctuation. What are you doing to me? Give me a moment. Grounding yourself in the present moment is really awesome now, and I feel like I glide through moments. That's really neat. Breathing. By the way, here's a thing that I do. I don't really talk about this a lot, but now that you've said this, I realize it. Breathing, I think, is a very powerful way to to connect to source and to get yourself in the present moment, because most of the time we're breathing on automatic. You don't think about breathing all the time, but when you consciously breathe and you take a nice deep breath, it's like you're asserting your self-awareness. You're asserting your conscious thinking over your subconscious programming, and because you're like, wait, I know that I do this. So think about it. This is all just coming to me so bear with me while I figure this out. Breathing is an unconscious program that we have. We breathe all night when we're sleeping. We don't think about it. We breathe all day when we're doing stuff. We don't think about it. You're not suffocating because I forgot to breathe. We just do it. But we have the power at any moment to tell the subconscious programming, hey, hang on, I'm taking over consciously for a little while. We are literally taking over the subconscious programming with conscious thought by breathing, and so it's a metaphor, but it is also an actual thing. And you can think of it as, I am going to do this. I'm going to take this breath. I'm taking over the subconscious programming. I'm thinking consciously, and I am intending that when I do that, I am taking over all subconscious programming. I am taking over all subconscious programming, and I am rewriting any subconscious programming that does not serve me anymore. How's that? I like that. Man, that's a whole daily fuel. I just thought of that. Thanks, Amy. Let's I need a table like this high that I can just write on. That's one. And breathing, taking over subconscious. I can't do chicken scratch because then I'll be like, what the heck was I talking about? Programs. Sorry about that. All right. Awesome. Amy, thank you. Kelly, self-awareness and a healthy perspective need to be together for me. Yeah. For everybody, absolutely. That's a good way to think about it. Did I skip? No. Yeah, I did. I skipped this one. Worrying about worrying. Sorry. Self-awareness and a healthy perspective need to be together for me. So, being that self-aware, practicing understanding what you can control, what you can't control, and then having a healthy perspective on it. Knowing that, I think I'm okay with the unknown. I will see the unknown as this gift. I will see the present moment as a present. That's a healthy perspective, I think. So I think that those go together splendidly. Marcia, I got cut off in the middle of a sentence. You did? I've learned not to control and worry anymore. My life is in the hands of spirit and the universe. You got cut off in the middle of a sentence. What does that mean? I've learned not to control and worry anymore. That's great. That's fantastic. Peter, right. Excellent. About the path lighting up. Thanks, Bobby. You're welcome. Robin, oh geez. Oh boy. Oh, wow. I just realized about the gift when my 23-year-old Toyota kept not starting so much that I'd had it and finally bought a brand new car in January 2020, right before the pandemic, when I wasn't going to be going anywhere. Right? I was somewhat pissed that my timing was just great. Not. Haha. But now in 2021, anyone wanting a car is having problems or paying more for them. I look back on my timing and realize how perfect it really turned out to be. We don't always know what the gift might be. You don't know what the gift is. And sometimes you don't find out until later. And sometimes you never find out because you're fretting about the fact that stupid thing happened. And the universe was like, that was a gift, but you missed it. All right, you know what? Here, forget it. Here's another gift. And you're like, no, this thing died now. And it's like, and the universe is like, man, you're really hard to shop for, dude. You don't like anything I give you. But that's how it goes, man. But if you're just like, oh, thank you, that was a gift, then all of a sudden you just start seeing them as maybe not when they happen, but you start to realize, oh, that thing happened, and then I went to that thing, and then I got that thing, and now I'm here. I would have never gotten here if that had not happened. Right? You know how that works. Did I skip? No. Amy, LOL, warning the whole UK crew. We're on that now. When you talk loud for the lives, can everybody upstairs hear you? Yes, they can all hear me, and I can hear them. The trick is not to judge the gift. Accept what it is, and the gift will reveal itself in time. It's so funny. I say a thing, and then I read your comment. It's like you summed up what I just said. Thank you, Roberto. That's beautiful. Kelly, it's like waking up and selecting a filter on your whole life in which every event is perceived as wrapped in a present. A filter. Oh, that's really, really great, right? I'm gonna put this filter on my. See, when I make the artwork for this group and when I make videos and stuff like that, I bought what's called a finishing LUT. It's a lookup table. It's a color filter. It kind of takes all the colors and everything and puts them into the same tonal family, so that everything in the picture or the video kind of matches tonally and then from photograph to photograph that I use inside the group, they kind of match tonally if you cycled through them, which you should because they're awesome. No, I'm kidding. I would think of that as like when you say selecting that filter, I would think of it as this LUT, this filter. It's really a filter that I put on top of everything that I make, on top of my life, on top of my art, on top of my relationship, on top of my business, just to be like, okay, well, I got all this stuff and I like this stuff and this stuff I can't control and this guy's annoying and blah, 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 but I'm going to put this filter on it that makes all of it a gift, even if I don't know how it's a gift. How could that be a gift? Well, I don't know yet, but you know what? I'm not going to fret it. I'm just going to assume that the giftiness of it will appear sooner than later. And if we could practice that every day for a while, not 10 years, but maybe weeks or a few months, if you can practice it, it will gradually get better and better and better to the point where you make a game out of it, where it's like, oh man, that thing happened. My computer died. And I go to bed literally that night, just a couple hours later, I'm getting a new computer. I couldn't have done that without practicing this all of the time. But I really like this analogy. Thank you, Kelly. Remember to open the gift, says Ray. That's a good part of this that I didn't think of, is that remember to open the gift. When you get a gift, right, if it's gift wrapped, you don't know what's in it. It's unknown. Unless you snuck a peek before, but you get the point, right? It's unknown. You got to open the gift. And maybe opening the gift is, okay, here's this thing that has happened, or here's this thing that's happening and I don't know how it's going to play out. But opening the gift is, I'm going to allow this to play out. I'm not going to force it, right? If I had a gift that's a box and I wanted to see what's inside, I wouldn't take an axe and smash it to get inside of it. I would peel the paper off. I'd open the ribbon, right? I would do the doing. The first step is open up the ribbon, and then rip the paper. Ow! My hands hit each other, and then peel. Really hurts. You ever do that? My fingers just went boom like that, and man, that hurt. That's weird. My fingers are very strong, and so you got to do it in order, right? And then you take the top off the box. That's doing the doing. I'm going to do each step. But when you're taking off that ribbon, you still don't know what's inside. But you'd still take off the ribbon because you know that when this ribbon is off, I'm going to be able to unwrap the paper. But when you unwrap the paper, it's still in a box and I don't know what's in it yet. But I know when I'm unwrapping the paper, then I'm going to next be able to open the box. And then lo and behold, it's wrapped in tissue paper. What the fuck? Just show me the damn thing, you know? But now I know I'm not going to fret. I'm not going to fret because now I know I can open up the tissue paper. And then here's this thing. Wow. Thanks for that. And that's how that works. Wow, open the present. Thanks. Open the gift. But man, sometimes there are steps. And you know what? This is too hard. I don't want to open the paper. I'm just going to take the box and throw it over there. Screw this. If I don't know what's in it, I don't know what's happening, I'm just going to kick it. Bam, and it breaks. Oh, wow, the gift. I got this little metal gift container. Just got it today in my new place. A new place. Congratulations. But I bought it last week. But my aunt brought it today. Now I understand. I'll take a pic of it because it's that cool. Cool. Post it in the group and write the gift. The gift box. Write whatever you want. Roberta, Believe it or not, cassettes are huge among millennial musicians at the moment. I believe that. Yeah, I know there's that vintaginess to it. I'm into vinyl now. Robin, wow. Wow. Another wow. Another wow. when you cracked me up, Robert. When we all had to go through this past and awful, horrible, confusing year of COVID, I could never foresee the gift of meeting all the awesome and creative new people who became friends from all over the world that I would never have known about if I hadn't been forced to communicate so much over the net. It was a gift. It was a gift. Robin, yeah, that will be a good one in breaking the habit of worrying. We will get a lot out of that one. Cool. I don't know which one that was, but I'm sure it was great. Hi, friend. And that was probably, was that a reply to, I don't know. As soon as we stop trying to control things, things just start working out. Got to remember that one. I'm glad you put my quotes in quotes. Now I know that it was me that said that. But if you didn't put it in quotes, then I would think, wow, that's smart. And I'd think that I was smart. Yep, just go with the flow. Yep, absolutely. And I've relinquished control, and I'm just sitting here doing art, actually, and putting stuff away. Good for you, man. Good for you. David Oliver says, the key is finding a level of connectivity with enough engagement to feel present, but not so much that it becomes overwhelming and negative. A level of connectivity. So yeah, I for me, that connectivity is the breathing thing. That if I can take that breath and feel that, Abraham says the breath is how spirit flows through you. So when you're just kind of shallow breathing going through your day, you're not really connected. But if you can consciously then take the breath, you're not only taking control over that programming in your head or the tapes playing in your head, but you're also reestablishing that connection. That's cool. Robin, you sound like me with a non-starting car over and over again. My Avalon. So bad I gave in and got a new one. Then COVID hit, but I couldn't see the gift come, but now I do. And now when I can go out more and I know more artists. I didn't before. Oh my goodness. Oh, why won't this click? Sorry. Peter says, taking control by breathing? Yes, taking control by breathing. I think you're responding to something I already said. Dang, I'm late. Facebook user Donna. Hello, Facebook user. Welcome to the group. Donna, you can click that link if you can. Kelly, I really like this conscious breathing as a moment of takeover. Yeah, I do too. That I wrote that down. We have to talk about that more. Explore that more. Trevor, yes, Peter, breath in the universal energy, breath out of the stuff that's causing you to worry. Yes, breathe out the stuff. Breathe out the stuff. Breathe in, get the power back. Breathe out, get rid of all that crap. Love it. Peter says, thank you. You're welcome. Richard, we can download programs from the Infinite Intelligence App Store. Nice. Nice. Oh, I like that. Isn't Filter a band? Yes, I love that band. I really, really do. Not their last album. Don't like that, but I really like that band. Good one. Rose-colored glasses. Yep. Ray, yes. Sometimes I don't always open it right away. Yeah, talking about opening the present, opening the gift. Peter, so funny. My little box was wrapped in tape and nothing was in it. That's funny. And Roberta finally says, that means you can fill it with whatever you like. Is that a response to his thing? Oh, guys, this was great. It's so nice. I am loving this. It's just, I feel the energy of what we're doing here, and I appreciate you guys showing up and giving the energy right back to me. That's a gift to me, and I appreciate it wholeheartedly. That's Daily Fuel for today. Roberta, you get the booby prize unless somebody comes in and swoops it away because you're the last commenter. And tomorrow's Sunday, so no Daily Fuel. I'm going to take the day off, but we'll be back on Monday with some of these topics and some of the ones you guys suggested last week. And that's it, guys. For me, have a wonderful night. And my wife and I are going out on a date tonight, so I'm excited about that. Thank you. I will see you. I'll be around, but I'll see you Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.